What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today starts what I am deeming 12 days of whiskey. So I was going to do an advent calendar. I've been seeing a lot of whiskey channels doing 24 different whiskeys leading up to Christmas, but I don't have 24 whiskeys yet. So I knew I had at least 12, so I figured I could do 12 days of Christmas. Perfect. So we're doing 12 days of whiskey. So what I've done is I've had one of my family members fill up 12 different bottles with numbers. As you can see, today's number 1. I'm going to be tasting one whiskey every single day, blind, trying to figure out what it is, giving the notes. This is a good way of giving unbiased notes of what I'm tasting, what I'm smelling. If I were to know what the bottle is, I could probably tell you. I could do research and cheat and be like, oh, it's supposed to taste and smell like this. I don't know what these are. I can't cheat. I have these right here. These are what is in this. So after I blind taste test, I'll show you guys and myself, obviously. I'll show what it is and see if I'm right. I'm going to give a guess at the end. Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully if I'm not right, I'm not too far off. Hopefully I'm not, picking a sweet whiskey or a peanut butter whiskey when it's an Islay Scotch. Who knows? Before we begin, let me get in more seasonal attire. That's better. All right, let's get into this first blind taste tested whiskey. Let's go. All right, we have day 1 here. No idea what's in this. Let's pour it out. I'm not gonna pour out the whole thing because it's like 2 shots in this thing. That should be good enough. All right. Day 1. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Oh, it smells good. It's pretty proofy, it smells. This is going to be a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Well, I know it's not a rye. It's not a peanut butter whiskey. It's not an Islay Scotch, so it's definitely a bourbon. It's got a little bit of that. It's got a little bit of that cinnamon spice to it. Oh. Some good caramel. Vanilla. It's basic bourbon. It's proofy, but it's not over proofy. Something in the bottled and blonde range. I don't quite have a guess off the nose. It could be Eagle Rare. It's got kind of a Buffalo Tracy mash bill to it, it smells like. But I don't know. Could also be Four Roses, but I don't think it's that spicy on the nose. Let's taste test it and find out. I don't know if it's enough rye for it to be an actual rye, or if it's just a high rye bourbon. Damn, it could be a rye. This is really, really tough. It's not as proofy as I once thought, so I don't think it's any of my cask strengths. And it does have a lot of flavor, so if it is a rye, it's not my Wild Turkey rye. Last time I had the Wild Turkey rye, it was a little flat. This is not flat. It's got a lot of notes, a lot of different stuff going on. I'm kind of between 2 right now. If it's a rye, it's High West. The High West double rye, but I don't think it's that enough rye. So it could be Four Roses small batch because it is a high rye bourbon. If it's neither of those and I get this wrong, then I have no idea. If I don't even get close on this one, I know that the rest of the 12 is going to be a shit show. Okay, let's give it one more chance before we make our final guess. Man, I still get a lot of that. I still get a lot of that, like vanilla and caramel. So I'm like, I don't know. Oh, a little bit of barrel char. Not a lot of fruit. I mean, there's a little bit of fruit, but it's more subtle, dark fruits. But yeah, a lot of that baking spice to it. Ah, man. All right. I'm going to guess that this is Four Roses small batch. This is my first time ever blind taste testing anything. So please don't ream me if I'm like absolutely wrong. I'm not claiming to be an expert. I'm just trying to have some fun. So I'm trying to learn more too. So I figured this is probably the best way to learn. So I'm going to guess Four Roses small batch. Let's see. All right. Here it is. Day one. What do we got? What do we got? What does this say? George Dickel. Well, I knew it was proofy. I knew it wasn't foolproof or cast strength. See, the first George, so it's George Dickel bottled in bond. So this is the bottle right here. Wow. Was I wrong? So George Dickel bottled in bond was one of my favorite bottles when I started drinking whiskey. It was very allocated, very hard to get my hands on, and it was a 13-year bottled in bond, which they've now changed to the 11-year bottled in bond. So the flavor profile has changed. Haven't had it in a while. This is actually the first time I've opened this George Dickel for probably about a year. Huh. Well, it's a little disappointing, seeing as I thought it was one of my favorites, and it wasn't as great as I thought. I've seen reviews where people compare this to Flintstones vitamins, you know, that chalkiness. I definitely understand that now. Well, I got the proof about right. I knew it wasn't low proof, but I knew it wasn't high proof. I was thinking something bottled in bond. I don't know why I didn't go with probably one of the only bottle bonds I have when I knew it was in that mid-range. Well, I guess the first one I got wrong. It was okay. The proof was nice. It did taste a little on the rye side, which I was surprised. But I did get that barrel char from it being an 11-year-old. I did get, you know, the classic bourbon, you know, butterscotch, vanilla to it. I just didn't think it was going to be my old friend Dickel here. Well, I hope you guys went on to enjoy this episode. 11 more days left. I hope you come back and watch the rest of them. Hopefully I do better tomorrow. If you did like this video, please go on, like and subscribe, and even comment if you'd like to. I really enjoy doing this on my channel, so hopefully you guys enjoy it too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.